I'm Rebecca Leach, and I just had a baby about 2 months ago, and so I'm feeling a little frumpy in the, I don't know if you can see that, feeling like I still have a baby look. But I am showing you the part that I don't want to show people normally, because I'm only going to show this to you if these workouts are successful. So I'm going to show some home workouts that you can use even if you've never done aerial before. You can use these workouts to get an aerial shape, because that's exactly what I'm using them for. I am completely back at the beginning again. I can't do an inversion. First thing we want to do before we begin our workout is a warm-up. Just anything that helps warm up your body. Maybe some jogging, or if you're not really feeling the jog, just some steps and some, just something, moving. Doesn't even matter what you do, just as long as you're moving. And breathe, start to get that breath in. Do that for a couple minutes. Pause the video, do your thing, and then come back. And then once you've moved, we're gonna do a little bit of specific movements for the shoulder. So like shoulder rolls, and some rolls here, and some rolls here, and some swimmers, and swim the other way, and some rolling, and some diving. Okay, so nice warmed up shoulders. We got some blood flow going, we got some breath going. All that stuff is really good for a warm up. All right, now we're ready. Grab onto your resistance band that is looped over your pull-up bar and take a seat below your pull-up bar. And then just start doing some pull downs. We're going to explore different variations. The main thing is that I want you to keep your shoulders in neutral position, and I want you to tap into that core. Feel right below your rib cage in the front. Feel that connection to your core. Your rib cage may want to pop forward as you pull down, but use your core muscles to pull your rib cage down and keep everything calm and neutral. You can see that my rib cage isn't moving as I pull down. Now notice how I'm going to move my chest forwards and backwards as my arms also open and close. This is a wonderful variation to just explore your range of motion with your shoulders, getting into different areas and seeing how your strength is doing. This also stretches. The resistance here should be light. This one is really good to help start to get the core involved in this work and connect the pulling strength to the core. I really feel that connection in this next exercise, and this is going to help for getting up to inversions, which is the goal. That's the goal. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do it. As you do this exercise, you're pivoting around your elbows as you push the resistance band down towards your thighs. It really will work the core, so make sure you are keeping that core engaged and be pulling your belly in, pulling the belly button towards the spine. Make sure that the body is staying neutral, so hopefully you didn't see anything change about my trunk or my shoulders or anything. Everything just stays, and I maintain that with some thunder. You might have seen me shaking because it's really hard, and I really put a lot into it so that I get a lot out of it. And so then you really want to just go straight down, and I really feel the core right here. Working hard. Let's repeat that exercise, but this time get your external rotators involved. So have those hands go out away from each other as you work to rotate your hands towards the back wall behind you. All right, the last exercise that I'm going to show you is one that I use to focus on my core. So I noticed that if I just start doing, not crunches, but like the nice Pilates version, even if it's with good form and I'm really breathing through, I just find that because I'm coming from a place of such extreme weakness, that my back really starts to ache because it's just too much. Just like how doing full pull-ups were too much on my elbows, I find that really doing stuff that requires too much core control really hurts my back. And so because of that, I've had to find ways to ease into core work. And the following exercise is my all-time favorite for easing into core work and giving my body some extra support while I work on that core. So I'm going to use the band hanging from the pull-up bar as I basically do that, do sit-ups, but I'm using the band to take up where my strength leaves off. So you have to make it hard, but if you make it too hard, then you're gonna start compensating somewhere else, and other muscles are gonna start jumping in and not getting hurt. You might not necessarily get injured, but you might not be building the best balance in your body. So that's the goal. So here I'm gonna go ahead and show you that next exercise. Here we go. If you do this exercise with too strong of a resistance band, then this really becomes a back exercise as you roll down to the ground, and then your abs play just simply a support roll as you roll up, which that can be nice in and of itself. That could be a great exercise. However, to get into the core work, you want a very light band here so that you actually do have to use some of your core in order to make it all the way up. So picking the right band is definitely key for this exercise. Since my band here is probably right on the edge of where I would want it to be resistance-wise, I'm really taking time to go deep with how I am relating and connecting to my abdominal muscles. So even though I'm going quickly through this exercise here, I'm really finding out where my abs are. Again, I'm getting to know them. I'm engaging them as I come up and really using the breath, getting that connection going, because you really want to start that relationship. So as you do more and more core work, you have this relationship established. And a lot of people, they skip through these beginning steps so quickly and just move on to the harder stuff that you miss a true connection to your body. And so this is where you really want to start your exercises. Light and easy. And do many repetitions so that you do get a workout in the end. But the best part is really finding connection to these muscles. Speaking of doing a lot of reps, while I'm finishing up here, I just want to take a moment to say that make sure that you are working to exhaustion on these muscles. Repeat the pull-up exercise several times in order to make it worth your while this week. All right, and then lastly here, I like to use the resistance bands to stretch out. It can be nice to find different stretches as you enjoy your time with the resistance bands. I think is really valuable at the end is some stretching to make sure that you're getting your shoulders strong and flexible. So I like to use the resistance bands on my pull-up bar and walk. I kind of walk a little out and I do some stretching using the resistance bands, and I usually will do that for a while after my workouts to help keep that flexibility. And then just some general other stretches that are really nice are some of these. Where you want to try to keep your trunk and neck and all of this all in one spot. So rather than, I sometimes kind of cheat just to get my arm into position, but then bring your rib cage back down so that you're nice and neutral when you have your hand back here. And then reaching your other hand up and trying to grab your fingers. So you might start out really flexible, and then as you gain strength, if you were to not stretch at all, you might lose your flexibility. So you want to maintain your range of motion, and then you might find that maybe you're starting out pretty tight, and in that case you want to be stretching as well to gain flexibility, as well as identify muscle imbalances. So I'm a big believer in the fact that inflexibility a lot of times comes from muscle imbalances. If your muscles are all balanced, you should have pretty good range of motion in all your joints. So you might want to find some areas that are weak that might be leading to that inflexibility. But also just stretching will be good. So here's my finger grab. All right, and then other shoulder stretches, maybe we'll show those next time. So over the course of this video, this first week, I've showed you 3 of my all-time favorite exercises for getting my pull-up strength back, my connection to my core, and my core strength. So hopefully these work. I'm gonna go ahead and show you where I'm at, just so you believe me that I can't do a pull-up and can't do an inversion, which is really embarrassing, but I think it's going to be really exciting when I show in a couple weeks after doing these exercises I can. So you'll see living proof of these exercises, and if I come up with any others that on my journey of getting to do that pull-up and that inversion strength, I will share them with you. Okay, see you next time.